Hey guys, it's Frecky here, and it's Sunday, so you know what that means. It's time for another weigh in. This is week number 8. Alright, so it's Sunday. It is super early. It's like 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed super early. Passed out at like 9. I don't know. I was super tired. It was a long day. Work kicked my backside. And I'm actually picking up a shift today for somebody. So I have to get this video done, and I have a bunch of stuff I gotta do around here before going to work. So I'm doing this super early. And before somebody says it, when I throw up the numbers, I feel like my numbers are accurate despite me doing it a lot earlier than I usually do, because one, a lot of times I do it on a Saturday and then I double check on Sunday and the numbers are the same. And two, I went to bed super early. So I got like 8 hours of sleep. I mean 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, got plenty of sleep. So I'm good. And so yeah, so when I stepped on the scale this morning, I will be honest, I was not happy. I even changed the batteries in the scale just to see. And so here's those. You guys can read the top. Basically, I lost zero point 0.4 pounds this week, so a total of 19.4 off. It's still a win. I still lost almost half a pound. I feel like I'm extra discouraged because, a lot of times I will lose 2 to 3, almost 4 pounds a week. And this week, especially, I am so close to being at 20 pounds off. So I'm discouraged, but not in a horrible, I'm going to quit, I'm going to ruin everything type of way. It's still a win. I'm still down. I didn't gain. Because honestly, when I did step on the scale last night, it showed I was up like 1.5 pounds. That I would have really been discouraged about. But ultimately, even as I was talking to my friends last night, even if I did 1 week out of 8, being a gain would not be horrible. It's not the end of the world. Things like that are gonna happen. But luckily it didn't. It's still a loss, and this is only the second time I've had a very small loss. A few weeks ago I only lost 0.2 pounds. This week I only lost 0.4, but it's still a loss. It's still going in the direction I want to go in. I'm still heading towards my goals that I want to do. Speaking of goals, I want to throw, not that, there we go. Have my mini goals and my Dragon Con goals. I'm going to start putting them up here on my weigh-ins, just like I do on my board up there behind me. You probably can't read that, especially good because I haven't updated it yet. But so I'm going to start putting them in my videos. So my mini goal, if you remember, I want to get down to a 40-pound loss, which would be at 336.8. So I have 20.6 pounds to go, and I'm going to do that. I thought I would get down below under 19, but again, not every week is going to be a fantastic weight loss week. And then my Dragon Con goal, this way, everything's backwards in a camera, but I want to get to 263, so I have 94.4 pounds to go. That one's not until September of next year, so that's totally fine. And speaking of Dragon Con, officially have the Airbnb that we're going to stay at. So when I got that, I got the address of where it's going to be. We are literally a 2-minute walk to the closest hotel. And our friends that go there, that are there every year for like 15 years, they are a 7-minute walk away. We're right in the heart of everything. The parade goes right outside the building we are staying in. Super freaking excited about that. I already warned all my coworkers that you're going to be tired of me talking about Dragon Con before Dragon Con gets here, because I've got a year. But I've got a year to focus, get my life where I want it to be, get my weight, get my money saved, everything. I got sidetracked by that. Where am I? So, my theories on why my weight loss wasn't fantastic this week. One, I did not drink water like I should have been drinking. I totally have slacked off on. I had a little bit more diet soda than I've been doing lately, and I've not been chugging water like crazy. I mean, this guy right here, empty. Normally I keep this thing filled with water so that constantly out of habit I just grab it. I keep reaching for it, and then I'm like, the kitchen's all the way that way. I don't feel like doing it. So slacking off on water. And I can even tell because my body gets a little bit achy, especially my knees and my calves, they get achy, especially at night. Because like I said, yesterday, crazy busy. Basically from 9 to 5, did not stop. Did not take breaks, did not eat lunch, anything like that, which I never eat at work. Probably not the best, but even though I didn't eat at work, I didn't immediately like shovel food in my face. I had a light snack, and granted, I did have dinner plans, so that was another reason why I didn't, but I even tracked what I was going to eat, but the plans did get canceled, but I did not use that as an excuse to be upset and go overboard. I did order Chinese food, so that goes into factor number 2. I stayed within my points with the Chinese food, but I did have a lot of sodium. I mean, I had shrimp fried rice and an egg roll. So that is probably high in sodium. I haven't actually checked sodium levels of the food I ate this week, but, you know, there's that. And the other thing was, besides last night, I have not had enough sleep this week, and they say that's a factor. Don't know. I've always had issues sleeping. Just throwing that one out there. And other factors could be like small things that are trickier. Like, I did not use all of my weeklies this week. So like, you know, normally on Sundays after I weigh in, I use all of my dailies for Sunday, and then I use all of my weeklies. So it feels like a cheat day. And I didn't have time last week because we were painting, and then dinner plans got canceled. And like, I think you saw in my last video, I mentioned, you know, my roommate was gonna make a cheesecake. I was looking forward to it the whole time, and he didn't do it. And so I ended up having something else, and I didn't use my weeklies. And so then Monday and Tuesday, I used some of the weeklies, but I still had 37 of them left. I'm just gonna double check because I'm curious. Yeah, I still had 37 of them left when, you know, you get 49. So I didn't use a ton of them when normally there might be 6 left or less. So maybe that's a factor, because I do know, like, I have the calorie tracker turned on. When I did Weight Watchers before, I did not check calories. I just checked points. And so, like, as I look through last week, you know, it says that I should have 2994 calories, and like, I'm averaging like 21, 21, 23, 26, 22, 26. So like 300 calories less than what it recommends. 300 to 800 less than what it recommends. So I don't know, but I'm staying within my points. But also, you know, I did have extra points left over. Not a ton though. Like most days, I got the little green dot at the bottom. But yeah, so that's something that I'm not used to doing. My body might not be used to doing it. I don't know. I don't think it knows what day it is if I'm using this. But those are all maybe tiny factors that could affect my weigh-in results. But as I said, it's not... I was a little discouraged, but it's not a fail. I'm not gonna beat myself up because I didn't lose as much as I thought I was, because I didn't get to the 20-pound mark like I thought I was. I will next week. Like, all of these little factors I'm gonna pay attention to and try to do better on this week. Not have as much sodium, have more water, get more sleep. I'm using my weeklies today. Like, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna, you know, focus, which that's what's great about with this, especially when you are tracking and paying attention. You can, especially using the app, you can go through and look at what you did different than other weeks and analyze it and be like, all right, my body likes when I do this, so let's do this instead of this type of scenario. So I can use situations like this to learn from mistakes or learn from things that happened and apply that to the future. Change things up to match what I need it to be. And honestly, I had to tell my one friend, because she had a bad day on Thursday, you know, it's not a race. We're not in competition with anyone. Didn't gain all this overnight, so it's not going to all fall off in one night or in one, you know, month or whatever. It's going to take some time. It's a learning process. It's you know, a sliding scale. Luckily, the scale is sliding down, even if some weeks it's just barely going down. It's still a win. You know, it's gonna be what it is. And there's other things that I can do to increase it if I add in exercise, because I will admit I've been slacking off on that. I don't have a reason. I just haven't been. Like, there's been times that I had time to do it, but I didn't. Especially with all of the issues with my car this week. Like, I don't know where I was at on when I made my last video. It was Tuesday, so I thought it was the battery. It wasn't. It was actually the transmission. So, finally, I can't remember if it was Thursday or Friday. But either way, it finally got fixed. And so, like, there's a lot of back and forth with that. And it's been a very stressful week. I haven't been in the best mood all week. But, you know, you live, you learn. I will say that a non-scale victory for me is that I did not reach for food in any of the stress that I've had this week. Normally, we all know, you know, I'm upset. I'm going to grab food. I'm going to grab this. I want this. I'm going to just chow down. I'm just going to do nothing. And I didn't. I stayed within my points, and I'm very proud of that. So that alone is a non-scale victory. And if you don't know, I mean, the name kind of says it all. Non-scale victory. Any victory that's on your weight loss journey that doesn't have to do with the scale. So sometimes it's because, you know, a clothing size that you used to not do fits, or, you know, even little things like I was reading online, somebody's was, you know, they were going to a fair and they, you know, it's close enough that they decided to walk instead of just drive over. Little things like that. So for me, my non-scale victory would be that I did not reach for food when I was upset this week. So, yay. And so, yeah, that's pretty much all I'm going to say in this video. I got to get a bunch of stuff done before I get to work. I do want to point out that I did like that in the last few videos, I've started getting people from other channels to comment and start talking about their journey, because I always say, you know, if you're on a journey, let me know. I want to support you, and I love the support. That network of people, especially, can help keep me focused if I'm, you know, I love to watch other people that are on similar journeys. And so, like, if you're somebody else that is on a journey, please comment, let me know. You don't even have to have a YouTube channel. I just like to support and talk about however I can. I like to know that maybe me doing this is actually helping keep people motivated. I did have a friend message and, you know, say that is helping her, so that makes me feel good, because she was calling it quits and she, you know, turned it around. So yeah. So long story short, if you're on a journey, let me know. I'd love to support you. I love the support. And if you haven't liked, commented, or subscribed yet, please do. I would love it. Please feel free to share my videos. And I will be back on Tuesday for another video. Bye, guys.